Hi guys, welcome again to the channel. I am Isaac and this is the Tech Breakthrough series where I sit and chat with people in tech, to just learn from their journey and get inspired. I'm here with a software engineer and I would love him to introduce himself.
Okay, my name is Eseavworho Akpevwe, and I'm a full stack engineer. I'm also an accessibility engineer, where we deal with accessibility for the web. I'm from Delta and I live in Lagos. Yeah, I'm based in Lagos. So
Alright.
yeah, that's pretty much all.
So what was growing up like for you?
Okay, I grew up in Delta State and pretty much actually never left the state till my university days.
So you were in Delta all through your life till
yeah, till my university days. So for that reason, I actually wanted to just run away, go far, Ibadan from Delta State for my first university, attempt. So I grew up in a family of 5. I was the third kid.
Oh.
Yeah, I was the third kid, and I won't really say very strict family, but I didn't grow up in a very strict family though.
Okay.
So there was this kind of freedom. So yeah, that's pretty much.
Wow, amazing. So it was just when you were going into the university that you left Delta State for the first time?
Yep. I tried Ibadan, tried Unica. I just needed to run away far, to explore. Yeah. I'm pretty much since then. I've actually explored a lot of states, like Kano, Lagos, Calabar,
amazing,
Anambra, the Igbo states actually generally.
Can you speak Igbo?
No, not really. I hear a little.
Okay.
I schooled in Igbo land, Anambra State to be precise. I schooled in Anambra State, and I was there for I think five years, and I schooled for 4 years, and I was there 1 year before I left. But I can't speak, and I'm really sorry about that. It's one of my biggest regrets actually, because I know.
Right. Can you remember your first time with a computer?
Yeah, okay. My first time with a computer was pretty much after I finished my primary school.
Okay.
This you get to learn computer training, Microsoft Word, the Microsoft Office packages, and that was just.
So whose computer was it? Was it like they got your computer at home or?
No, not really. I was going,
That's in school?
No, that was it was like a computer training.
Okay.
Just a small hub. Yeah, computer training hub. You go and learn Microsoft's package.
Oh, I see.
Going.
So you said you did your university education in the East.
Yeah, Anambra State.
So what was it like? What did you study?
Okay. First of all, I schooled in Nnamdi Azikiwe University.
Okay.
I studied applied biochemistry. Not by choice, but by.
what was the vision with that?
Yeah. Okay. Growing up.
Or was it the school that gave it to you?
Yeah, it was the school that gave it to me. Yeah,
I don't know why Nigerian universities do that thing.
I tell you, I don't blame them. Growing up, a lot of parents in Nigeria want their kids to be like medical doctor, nurse, lawyer. Those are like the top.
So you were one of that kind of kid.
So I was I was one of them. Wanted me to
be a medical doctor.
A medical doctor, but instead of staying home, I got back and I was like, I have to try it out.
Wow.
Try it out.
So you applied to school as a medical doctor?
Yeah.
So they gave you biochemistry?
Yes.
Do you know why it was so? Was it because of your maybe JAMB score or something?
Actually, I didn't even get admission through JAMB. I gained admission. I did this pre-science thing, because of call it pre-degree. Yeah, so I got through pre-science. Yeah, that's what they call it in UNISIC, Azikiwe University. So yeah.
So all the jobs you did after school, did they relate to what was the course you said you did again? Applied biochemistry.
Yeah.
Did they relate to it?
None of it related.
None of it related to it. Can I know some of the jobs you did?
You want me to mention everything?
Yeah,
start
as
from
much as you can.
Okay, I'll keep it from when I started after university.
Yeah.
Okay. When I graduated, I think the first thing I did was I worked in a bakery. I
Immediately after school.
Yeah, that was my first job. Yeah, I assisted in production of bread. And
Can you remember what the pay was?
Oh, that was 10,000 naira. Yeah. That was 10,000 naira. Yeah.
Which year was this?
This was 2018. I graduated 2018.
Wow.
That was like the first job I worked in the bakery. I also supplied bread in the university environment. Yeah.
When were you staying?
I was staying in my hostel, like I off campus. Wow. Yeah.
Was that 10K enough to see you through the month?
Man, I'm good with money, like management.
Wow.
So yeah. That was my first job after university. Yeah.
What did you do again?
A lot. Okay. From there,
Can you name a few?
Okay.
Mention.
I worked in a hotel. Yeah. I worked in a hotel. Steward. They call it porter. I worked in a hotel. I worked as a dry cleaner.
Wow.
I worked in a fast food.
You know how to iron very well.
Yeah, I worked in a fast food restaurant. I worked in a fast food restaurant. Yeah, I was a storekeeper. Yeah, storekeeper in a fast food restaurant. Yeah, I also taught in a primary school. Yeah.
What were you teaching in school? Biology.
It was computer science. And you know the funny thing, it was. I could remember one of the major topics for that term was even computer programming. But,
wow. And you didn't know how to program at that time?
Shit, theory. And it was even more of like
Nigerian schools, man.
It was even this old languages, this Fortran, Kobo, Fortran, Kobo. Those
just taking those kids all through that.
Yeah.
Through that section, well, I'm sure you would have still gained something from it. Yeah. So, what was the journey into tech like?
Wow. I must admit, I got that update from a friend of mine. Like, he's coming to Lagos. He wants to, go into programming, coding, and like to join him. And I was like, the moment he told me, I bought a laptop that week.
Why? Is it because
I was so much interested in growth? I just needed something that would take me from what I was. Okay, and then I was working as a warehouse officer, a warehouse supervisor. Among the job, I even didn't mention I worked as a silo operator. You know silo?
What is it?
It was a feed animal feed production company.
Oh.
So everybody produced like fowl feed. It was owned by the Chinese. So then I got a call from my friend.
All right.
To go into tech, software engineering. Would I be interested? I couldn't say no because I was just interested in. I need something
anything that could help you grow.
Anything that could help me grow. I didn't really know much about the career then, but because before you mentioned that to me, there was some time ago I was researching on good careers in Nigeria. Since you didn't study medicine and surgery, what else could you do? So
did you ever
actually
going
back
to school?
Yeah, going back to school. Nah.
Okay.
I just needed to enter the world and see what's out there for me.
Okay.
See what's out there for me. Try things. You have to. I started from. I've mentioned some job. I actually when I was doing those jobs, I didn't actually feel maybe bad or left out. A lot of people were making money. You see guys of your age, I didn't really feel left out because I just knew that this time. That's why I feel alive. There is hope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, maybe it's not your time. Just try something and try. I've tried crypto. I've tried forex trading. I tried forex trading.
Did you make any money with forex?
Yeah, I made money with forex, and I was
still doing forex.
I actually stopped because there was a time I lost like everything.
Oh wow!
One of the things with forex is sometimes you may get greedy. Everything went down. Everything went down. Like you just see your money going down, you just lose your. But there are people still make
make money from it, right?
Yeah, people make a lot of money from it. So
Yeah, so you say you got a laptop that
Okay, yeah, I got it. And the thing is, I've actually made research. I've come across software engineering before in the past.
From your research?
From my research. That was like 2 years ago. But no, that was like 4 years ago. I know it was long before. It was like when I just graduated. So I thought it was something that you have to study computer science or they teach you in school. But I later realized In Nigeria, no, they don't really teach much of.
The practical.
It's practical. So I actually thought, okay, then this is not a career for me because I didn't study computer science. So I didn't know till a friend of mine told me, would you like to? I was like, no problem. I have to, man. I got a laptop and I jumped on it.
So you started learning immediately?
That week.
Yeah. Wow. So how long, what was your growth like? How long did it take you to learn? What did you do? Did you get into a boot camp or did you just learn alone online?
Okay, the truth is, learning on your own is not easy. There are people that learn on their own.
Okay.
There are a lot of people that learn. In fact, majority learns on their own then before they go into. So what the thing is, I started HTML, CSS. CSS for like the basics for like 2 months, and then I got into boot camp. Yeah.
Oh, you got into boot camp?
Yeah.
Was it in Delta?
No, in Lagos.
In Lagos?
A lot of them here in Lagos. Yeah.
Oh,
so I got into a boot camp. Yeah, I trained for 6 months.
How much did your boot camp cost?
Yeah, I have to laugh. Sorry for the laugh.
How much did it cost?
My boot camp cost 3 million.
3 million naira. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. But would you say you got value for it? If someone is going into tech now, will you advise them to go for a boot camp?
It was worth it.
It was worth it. What about now?
It's still worth it because, I mean, yeah, it was worth it. I mean, it's just as if you calculate your money you spent in going to the university. In fact, it was worth it, bro. That's all I can say.
Right, but did your bootcamp also help with getting a job? I know you must have gotten yourself in some kind of developer network.
Yeah, that was like one of the coolest things about the bootcamp. We were like in a building where you have like we had a community. Like when you are in it's as if you're in a hostel whereby everybody.
Okay, they camped you guys together.
Yep.
Oh, it was not like an online bootcamp.
It was not online. Yeah.
Oh, so you got to meet other people.
Like in my set, we were like 100 and something. So imagine being in a building.
Were they feeding you guys?
Yep. Feeding electricity and all that.
Really? Yeah. So they provided feeding, electricity. What else?
Feeding electricity. The most important thing I think they provided was the community.
Yeah,
because
so you came with your laptop from.
I came with my laptop, but they already gave me a laptop too, and I was already actually living in Lagos. So,
So what was the duration of your bootcamp? Was it 3 months, 6 months?
Okay, actually, it was 6 months.
Oh, 6 months.
6 months. It was how they do it was 4 months for the training and then 2 months for internship. I must admit it was intensive because
how many hours were you sleeping in a day?
Sleep? Sleep was. It's good you sleep, but it was. What's the word to use? Anyway, what I said it was intensive because they're trying to put all that knowledge that you are meant to learn in maybe a year or 2 years.
Compress it into 6 months.
Compress it into 6 months. It's 4 months actually. Like the main
that is for you to be job ready in 4 months.
To be job ready in 4 months.
But did it help that you already started learning before the bootcamp, or it's for total beginners?
Man, it's good really because if you're a total beginner, should I use the word? It was. I won't use the word depressing, but go for a start because you face a lot of challenge, a lot of you feel like giving up, that kind of thing.
So many times, right?
Like so many times, like daily. So
Right.
But it's good you have to like start maybe at least the like I told you I learned HTML, CSS and JavaScript.
JavaScript.
HTML, CSS and JavaScript, so I like knew the basics, and then when I entered I started with C. There's this language C. Yeah.
C.
And then I moved on to.
Wow, amazing. So what was getting the job like for you after the bootcamp? Was it the bootcamp that got you that? Or you got it yourself?
Yeah, the bootcamp was providing job for.
Okay.
Yeah, but I couldn't wait. I mean, the bootcamp was providing jobs for people, but it was there were a lot of us, so I got a job by myself.
By yourself? Oh.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Well, yeah, I got a job at normal interviews now. Yeah, first you do an internship. Yeah, internship really prepares you because you're working on real life experiences. Yeah, so I start with I did an internship, then I got my first job.
So yeah, you said you got it yourself. So how were you able to get the job yourself?
I must admit it wasn't easy because the cool thing about
you use job boards.
Yeah, because I applied. I applied online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where online?
I think that particular job, a friend got an email, and the funny thing that the day he got that email, he just received a job offer.
Oh.
Yeah, he just received a job offer, and he was like, but I got this email, this interview, so this is the email.
Oh.
So I collected the HR resume and I applied to it.
And you got the job?
I got the job.
Whoa.
So, and this was the same person that introduced me to tech. Like that was like, come and join me. The same person. He got an offer, and he also let me get it. He got an offer.
Yeah.
That means an offer letter, and he also received another interview.
Oh.
So the email from the interview, I collected it. I was like, okay, see,
you've gotten this job.
Yeah. He was the one that even told me. Yeah.
Wow, that means your story to tech won't be complete without this friend.
Forever grateful.
So, do you love it here in tech, or you wish one of your other jobs maybe blew up, or maybe you were successful with something else, like maybe medicine, for instance?
I'm glad I didn't study medicine. I mean, medical students, they spend like 5 to 6 years in school.
Yeah, is it not 7 years?
Actually,
I think with internship,
it's actually up to 7. It's actually up to 7. Then, if you consider the strike that keeps happening in Nigeria, it would have been crazy. I mean, I know somebody that studied medicine for like 8 years.
I know someone that studied medicine for 10 years in Nigeria.
It happens, yeah.
So do you love it here in tech?
I would say I love it here, and I must admit I'm glad for the path. I mean, every single decision I made led me to. Yeah, that's what I keep saying. I'm grateful to the person that actually introduced me to this.
What if you were in business and you blew up? Maybe one of your store business or something you were doing, like dry cleaning business. For the dry cleaning thing, were you working for yourself?
Yeah, I don't know. I was working for someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if you had your own, dry cleaning, outfits, and it blew up? Would you have preferred that to tech?
Tech money is tech. There are people that do businesses and the business flourishes, although it takes time. But I think tech was fast for me.
Okay.
The growth was fast. So I would choose tech.
Amazing.
Yeah,
so what part? You're a software engineer. I know that there are different types of software engineers. So what part do you major in? You mentioned something accessibility engineer at the beginning. So what is that about?
Okay, accessibility is okay. Let me start from the fact. Okay, I told you I'm a full stack.
Yeah.
I started with a back end job, and then
which one do you lean towards more, back end or front end?
I've not done back end for a year now.
Oh, so like front, you're more front end.
So I moved on to front end. So as you mentioned accessibility, I think accessibility is you have to be like more of a front end person to actually get accessibility more, because accessibility is mainly on the front side. Accessibility is about making the web accessible to disabled people, the deaf, the blind. I didn't even know deaf people could tap through to navigate through a website
application.
Man, there's really growth in the career. Like, these are things you didn't know. Did you know? Did you know that a disabled person could
use your application, right?
Deaf, the blind, and even maybe someone that does not have a mouse, maybe wants to use the keyboard. Yeah, we make it accessible to all.
Oh wow,
that's what accessibility is all about. Yeah.
All right, cool. So, what can you say about someone who is trying to get into tech right now? What would be your advice to such a person?
For me,
Yeah.
let me use through my story. For me, it was fast for me. But my advice for people is that they shouldn't expect it to be fast.
Okay.
It doesn't always work that way. Mine was fast because, I mean, the kind of intensive training I went through, it was so intensive. You pay that kind of money, you have to get value for your money.
Okay, so now you suggest, you advise they go to boot camp?
Boot camp really helps. Boot camp really helps. It makes you connect. I told you, one of the greatest thing I achieved from my boot camp was the network.
Yeah.
I was, as of that time, we were like 112. So, currently in Lagos, I can say like 80 to 90% of my friends in Lagos are developers.
From the boot camp?
Yeah, from the boot camp. They're all from the boot camp. Like 80% are from the boot camp.
Wow.
So like, and they're all doing good. So that was the greatest thing I got from
boot camp.
yeah, because learning it on your own, you will hit a lot of issues and maybe there's nobody to connect with, you understand?
Okay.
So yeah, I advise boot camp, and they should know that it's not that fast. It's not you will go through a lot. You will go through a lot as a beginner.
Yeah.
You will hit a lot of you always have this I want to give up. It happens a lot. So my advice for them is to just, you will always feel like giving up, but keep moving.
Yeah, I have this question for you. Will you say that software engineering is meant for just smart people?
There are people that I know that I'm underrating that they are not that smart, but they are surviving. yeah, because the thing with coding is with programming is you always face challenge, even though you are good.
Okay.
There's this thing called bug whereby you read an issue and you may be there for hours, you may be there for a few minutes, you may be there for hours figuring out what's causing this, and you discover maybe it's one comma, things like that. So it won't be easy. You will keep facing issues.
So you say it doesn't matter if you are smart or not?
Yeah. So it doesn't, but it doesn't matter if you are smart. Do you think it's everybody that studies medicine that are smart? No, there are people that they are currently doctors, but they are not that smart, but they are surviving. They are making people well today, but they are not that smart. It's not every doctor that is a genius. So it's not every tech or software engineer, cyber security. Not all of them.
They're very high IQ.
Yep.
All right. So okay. What advice will you also give for someone trying to get a job who has already mastered the skill, or who is a software engineer? Do you have any tips for getting jobs and acing interviews?
One, start from your CV should be okay. Before the CV part, you don't just learn tech and you don't learn coding, programming language, and just jump into working. Shit. This whole thing starts from your CV.
Okay.
For an interviewer getting back to you, or maybe an HR getting back to you, it all starts from your CV.
Okay.
And what you as a beginner or maybe you don't have any experience at all, you cannot just apply. There's no experience that you expect the HR to get back to you. So the starting point should be starting with an internship. Very important, because that's where what exposes you to, not just for your HR, for your interview or acing interview to get a job, to also you have to get exposed to how organization works, how their codes based, those kind of things, the organization works. So you should have an internship whereby you can at least have in your CV that you have an experience.
How long do you think someone should be at an internship?
Internship for 3 months. 3 months can expose you to a lot.
3 months?
Yeah, can expose you to a lot. If you're a fast learner, 2 months can expose you.
Yeah, but also you're also talking about building, talking about the experience, right?
Yeah,
and also learning on the job.
Yeah.
But you're also talking about building like your portfolio, for
Yeah. Okay. Another thing is you have to build projects.
Okay.
There's a lot of projects online, tutorials online you can, emulate and then follow code along.
That's add to your portfolio.
Yeah, to add to your portfolio. Build projects, get an internship. Those are things that you build your portfolio up. So when you apply jobs, you can, somebody like me, let me know, like, so you have applied up to 200 jobs. Yeah, because there's a lot of competition, especially right now. There's a lot of competition out there. A lot of people want to come into tech. These people and in tech, you can see one person having 3 jobs.
What do you think is motivating people, coming into tech? Is it innovation? Or is it the money bag?
There are 2 types of people. There's some people that they want to face challenges, and the job is more it's a lot of challenge. Yeah. And then there's some people that they're motivated by the money. Yeah.
Is it bad?
Wanting to make money is a big motivation, actually. Yes, it's a big motivation, but you can't only dwell on that for coming into, because you may wound yourself in the process.
Yeah, so you were giving tips on, getting jobs and acing interviews. So you said work on your CV, build your experience,
yes, then
build your portfolio.
Then one important part is there's this, I'm a software engineer. We do coding. So there's this thing called algorithm. Practice algorithms.
Okay.
Because a lot of interviews, one of the major things they'll use in screening you out is they'll give an algorithm.
That's like data structure.
They'll tell you to solve it in their presence. Live coding. I told you I've applied up to 200 jobs.
So you've seen a lot, man.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. Yeah, you can get that in Code Wars.
Okay.
Code Wars. You go there, you see a lot of challenge. You try to solve the algorithm, and it builds you up. It doesn't mean that algorithm you solve, you will see it, but it builds you up on how you think, how you face problems.
Okay.
Yeah, how you.
So I think that speaks to acing.
That speaks to
acing job interviews.
Yeah, because a lot of interview, you may see that some interview they may just give you a task, go and build this app, but most will tell you code this thing live.
On the interview there.
On the interview, yeah.
Amazing. All right. So, looking back at your journey, is there something you would have done differently?
I keep saying that I'm glad for this path.
Yeah.
I don't think there's something I was always interested in growth, and this was like an opportunity for growth. When I say something differently, no, I don't think so. I don't think there was something different. I would have tried business. I just wanted to go learn another skill. I won't tell you the skill, sorry. But
you tell me after the video.
Yeah. It's a lucrative stuff in the country. Just some people do not see it as that, you understand? But it's a lucrative.
All right. So right now in tech, what's your biggest motivation? Would you say money? Would you say innovation? Would you say challenges? What's your biggest motivation?
My biggest motivation has always been the growth. I've always I saw how fast my growth was in the career, and the cool thing with tech is over having maybe the more year that goes by, you see yourself growing. You see yourself growing in the career. Let me use, for example, as a medical doctor, it takes you time to maybe reach consultant level.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 years, 15 years. I don't know, but I know it takes time. 15 years, 10 years. I don't know. If you're a medical doctor, you can.
Okay, well, it depends on the kind of school you went to, though.
Yeah. I don't think just about school.
No, if you graduate early, then maybe you could, get your experience faster.
In tech, you can be a senior in 5 years. Some people become senior in even 3 years. I have friends that became senior after 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and being a senior is as if you have gotten to the peak of a senior. That means a senior. Yeah, you have gotten to almost like the peak. Imagine doing that in just after 5 years or 4 years. I mean, that's fast. That's fast.
Wow.
So who do you classify as senior in medical aspect? I don't know. What is it?
So they're elderly people.
It takes time.
Yeah.
It was fast. Go and check out this senior. You see some of them, they are young. Some of these senior we are talking about, they are young because maybe they started early, that kind of thing. So it's so that fast growth is my biggest motivation.
Okay.
Growth is.
But most people in tech are young. Can someone that is 50 years old get into tech?
As far as you believe you can handle it, you can do it anytime. You can be 50 years and one of the cool things about I've not seen where I've not really seen discrimination in terms of age so far. I've seen some videos online whereby people maybe the tutor like they started by 40, so age does not really matter. It's just like most in Nigeria, it's usually the young. They usually go into it because they feel like they have time. But most old people, they feel like they're already into something. Or they feel like they are past the age of that. There's nothing like there's nothing like past the age. There are people that are 15 years that are already coding. I went to a boot camp some time ago and 12 years. Yeah, there are people like that. Elon Musk was how many years old when he started programming? Was it not? I think 8. I don't know, but I know he was very young. So age does not matter.
Okay. So what are your biggest career lessons right now?
My biggest career lesson is that in the career, the biggest lesson I've learned is that you always face challenge. Challenge does not end.
Well,
it does not end. You will always that's the summary. That's the summary of it. Or like I don't want to explain, but you always face challenge.
Okay.
You always face challenge. Yeah. You can even be a senior. You think you have all the
even seniors do face challenges.
Even seniors face challenges. Yeah.
Interesting. So all right. So as we conclude, where do you see Akpevwe in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I see myself as going into, I'm currently going into other parts of tech. Tech is wide. We have cybersecurity, we have data analysis. One thing with this career is you keep learning in this career. You keep learning.
Yeah.
The learning does not end. I'm currently a JavaScript developer. JavaScript. Front-end and back-end JavaScript. I'm currently going into Java already. There's groups you're going into. So much to learn. And I believe when I'm done with Java, I want to explore other parts of tech, especially cybersecurity. Cybersecurity. I want to see how. I really like to explore that aspect of it.
Well, it's been so insightful. I think I've picked a lot myself. So guys, thank you so much for watching to the end. Please, tell them to subscribe.
Subscribe to the channel.
Yeah,
just click the subscribe button.
Exactly, you heard it from him.
Yeah.
So subscribe to the channel, and I'm sure that this was also, I'm sure you found this insightful too. Yeah, so we'll see you in the next video. That is all we have for you for now. Do you have any other thing to say?
No, just a little motivation for those wanting to go into software engineering. The road won't be easy, but it was not easy for anybody. Yeah. It was not easy for anybody. Life is not easy generally, so it won't be easy, but don't give up.
You can do it. All right, that is all for now. See you in the next one. Bye.